Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. Well, again, great night. It's nighttime already, but I hope you guys had a great day today. Today was a very beautiful day, and tonight was Dynamite tonight, and overall was a very solid show. We had great wrestling. We got matches that are like going to be awesome to watch next week. And we got an amazing street fight tonight. So we're going to go over everything. We're going to go over the ups. We're going to go over the downs, which AEW rarely has any downs. So personally, I don't think there is any downs, but I got my notes right here and I'm gonna do my review and overview of AEW Dynamite tonight. And this is my second AEW podcast tonight. So let's get on with the review. Before we start, if you like what you see here, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. And if you have any feedback of what I can work on, just say in the comment section, and I'll try to work on that aspect. And I want to know in the comment section, did you enjoy Dynamite tonight? Did you not enjoy Dynamite tonight? Speak out. Speak out on my comment section and just speak out your thoughts about tonight's show. So let's do this. My second AEW podcast. AEW September 16, 2020. So the first match to start the show. Jurassic Express went one-on-one against FTR. So before the match, the Young Bucks actually came out, and for a second I thought they were going to attack Jurassic Express. But it turns out that they super kicked the hell out of a referee for no reason. They just came in, super kick a referee, and just left. And before they left, Tony Khan was in the back watching the show. And they literally had like $5,000 in their hand and just like threw the money at Tony Khan. Like, bro, if that's not signaling a heel turn for the Young Bucks, then I don't know what is. Okay, I'm telling you, the Young Bucks are going back to the dark side, and I love every minute of it. So after that, Jurassic Express went one-on-one against FTR, and boy, what a solid opener. Like, talk about two great tag teams. Like, I see these two teams facing each other again for the tag team titles. I maybe around Full Gear time. Like, it was such a great opener. Such a great opener. And just the chemistry with Jurassic Express and FTR is just so good. Just so good. And I really, really hope that they face each other again. Possibly for the titles at Full Gear, but that's my prediction. I thought Jurassic Express and FTR had an amazing match to start the show. FTR actually won by cheating a little bit by Dax Harwood did like a roll up to Jungle Boy, and he was holding like the ropes. So FTR literally had to cheat to defeat Jurassic Express. So I say that's another indicator that they might fight again in the future for the tag titles, possibly at Full Gear. But that was one hell of an opener. I loved every second of that match. I loved it. So that was the opening matchup. Then we get to our first segment, and we see Matt Hardy on the ground holding his knee, and he got attacked. And we got Matt Hardy's boys, Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy, and Mark Quinn checking to see if he's okay. And then, of course, Jericho and Hager came, and we all know that Jericho and Hager attacked Matt Hardy. Like, it's obvious. Like, who else would attack Matt Hardy? Who would have a motive other than the Inner Circle, or specifically Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. So that was interesting. So after that, we got another solid matchup between Hangman Adam Page and Frankie Kazarian of SCU. Yes, Adam Page versus Frankie Kazarian. Boy, what a matchup! I was excited last week when they announced it, and boy, did they deliver, bro. And keep in mind, Frankie Kazarian is, I think, like 48, 49 years old, and he fights like he's 25, man. Same thing goes with Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels is 50 years old, and he still flies like he's like a 25-year-old cruiserweight, man. Like, SCU are like like the fittest 49 and 50-year-olds ever, man. I love SCU. They're amazing. It goes to show that age is just a number, man. Age doesn't mean shit to SCU. So, yes, a very solid matchup between Adam Page and Frankie Kazarian. They both delivered. They both kicked ass, and I loved every second of it. I love Frankie Kazarian. I love Adam Page. I was extremely excited when they announced it yesterday. And like I said, they delivered. So very solid match. I loved every second of it. And also during this matchup, Kenny Omega was on commentary. And during the matchup, Kenny Omega didn't say anything bad about Hangman Adam Page. He was showing Kenny Omega was throwing a little shade that, like, hey, Hangman Adam Page is doing a great job right now. Why didn't Hangman do this at All Out when we were defending the titles against FTR in the first place? So Kenny Omega was throwing a little shade at Hangman Adam Page right there. But other than that, like I said, Hangman Adam Page and Frankie Kazarian had an amazing matchup. And Hangman Adam Page defeated Frankie Kazarian. And after the matchup, Kenny Omega just split. He was like, bye, Hangman. And he just like split. He just left. And Hangman Adam Page trying to see where Kenny Omega is, because I think with this matchup, Hangman Adam Page is trying to impress Kenny, but it didn't work tonight. It did not work for Hangman Adam Page. But yeah, Hangman Adam Page finally getting on track. And I don't know what else to say. Very solid matchup. So after that, MJF was in action. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, the greatest heel of the modern era. Okay, so MJF was competing in the match, and of course it was a short match. It was like a jobber match. The jobber had no chance against MJF. But after the matchup, MJF had a mic saying that that Jon Moxley cheated at All Out, which he technically did, but MJF was gonna cheat first. So karma's the bitch. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, MJF saying that he was cheated out of the championship, and he knows that that he could have won, and literally was threatening Justin Roberts to like announce that he is the uncrowned, undisputed AEW World Champion, and if he didn't, Wardlow was gonna beat the crap out of him. So yeah, so MJF being a Shane McMahon and just making Justin Roberts say that MJF is the undisputed, uncrowned world champion of all elite wrestling. I love Justin Roberts, I really do. So after that, MJF says something that I kind of didn't like. MJF saying that that people usually succeed or get more TV time by being a part of a faction and stuff like that. So he teased in his promo that he is thinking on either joining or making a group of his own. And personally, I do not like that whatsoever. I hope this does not happen and it's just MJF and Warlow because we already have a lot of factions. We have the Elite, okay? Even though it's a little fractured right now, we still got the Elite. We still got the Inner Circle. We got the Dark Order. We got Eddie's Kingston's group. We already got 4 factions, like Team Taz, like I guess you can count that as a faction. Like we already got a lot of factions, and I really hope they don't make a new faction out of this. Okay, I like it when it's just MJF and Warlow. It's something different, and like I just don't want him to be a part of a group. And I think I'm in the majority here. Like after hearing him say that, I hope and pray that this does not happen because AEW already has a lot of faction as it is. Okay, we do not need another one. So AEW, please don't make another faction with MJF. Please, just let MJF, Warlow. That's it. Okay, they're perfect as a duo. You don't have to do anything else. So, after that, speaking on factions, we hear from one of the best in the microphone, my boy Eddie Kingston, and his group is in the ring and says that he got 3 points. That number one, he never got eliminated in the casino battle royal, which is true. He didn't get eliminated in the casino battle royal all out. Secondly, the Eddie Kingston's group, the Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade, attacked a couple of Jabbas, and yeah, they beat the living hell out of them. So there's that. And number 3, Kingston said to the Blade that he needs to get his shit together. Now, I do not know what this means, but for some reasons, this kind of intrigues me. Like, is Ali also going to be a part of the group as well? Because the Blay and Ali, like, I think they had like a relationship. I think they have a relationship in real life. But here's the thing: Ali is a part of the Nightmare family right now in kayfabe. So I don't know how that's gonna work. So not an important segment, but I guess everything's good with Eddie Kingston's group. So let's move on. So, another great matchup. Private Party versus Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. You're going to hear me say about all these matches tonight. Like I said, the match quality tonight was superb. Every single matchup they did one hell of a job. Personally, like from what I've seen so far, and keep in mind I seen Monday Night Raw, which was oh man, painful to watch. And I haven't seen NXT yet. But so far, when it comes to match quality, I think AEW was the best show so far this week. So far this week. We still got SmackDown, and I still need to watch NXT. But so far, when it comes to match quality, AEW was like solid all across the board. Every single matchup was great, was amazing. It had a nice flow to it. The superstars did a great job. There was rarely any botches tonight. Rarely. I don't think there were any botches in any matchup, period, tonight. Like when it comes to match quality, I thought AEW A plus. A plus when it comes to match quality. Solid matches. I loved every single matchup tonight. So another solid matchup tonight, like I said, was Private Party going one-on-one against the new team of the Le Champion, Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. And it was a really, really great matchup tonight. They really did a great job showcasing Private Party because beforehand, we didn't even see much of Private Party. I don't even remember the last time we seen Private Party in action on AEW Dynamite. They have been having matches up here and there on AEW Dark, but I rarely watch AEW Dark. I'm not going to lie. So I don't remember the last time they fought on AEW Dynamite, but this was their first matchup back, and boy, did they deliver. They may not have won tonight, but they made a statement that they can hold their own against the best of the best. And they did hold their own against the best of the best in Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. I thought AEW did a great job showcasing Private Party. I thought it was a great match. So Jericho and Hager won the matchup. Jericho did the Judas effect on Isaiah Cassidy to pick up the win. And then after the match, Chris Jericho did a attack on Isaiah Cassidy, putting him on the walls of Jericho. But Mark Quinn came into the rescue, and man, I don't know if it's just me, but I thought Mark Quinn had a brutal Pele kick on Chris Jericho. I thought that was perfectly executed, and I think we're going to see a matchup next week between Chris Jericho and Mark Quinn. Now, that's not one of the matches that has been confirmed for next week, but that's what I think. They're leaning towards that a little bit. But like I said, Private Party and Jericho and Hager, they did such a great job. I really like this tag team matchup tonight. Now, after that matchup, we had another segment. Well, actually, no. And a matchup has been announced for next week. So, Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, and Lance Archer is going to participate in a 6-man tag team match. And both of them can choose their tag team partners for next week, which they did tonight. But I will get to that in a few minutes. But the next matchup, holy shit. Bro, this next matchup was so good. It was so solid. This matchup extremely delivers. And it was Thunder Rosa versus Ivelisse for the NWA Women's Championship. And bro, let me tell you something. It was such a good match. I enjoyed every single minute of it. This is not me kissing AEW. This was an amazing women's matchup. Even though they haven't been showcasing the women lately, even though they should showcase more women on AEW television, but bro, let me tell you, they delivered tonight. I thought Shida versus Rosa was great, and it was. They kicked ass at All Out. But bro, this is second place. This is close to being just as great as Shida and Rosa at All Out. This matchup was so good, so solid. Both Thunder Rosa and Ivelisse are so talented. It's crazy. I love Ivelisse. I love Thunder Rosa, and what they did in the ring tonight was magical. I loved every single second of it. In the beginning, they were trying to outdo each other with hip tosses and stuff like that. And bro, if you love women's wrestling, if you love women kicking ass in the ring, then this matchup was for you tonight. Oh my god. I loved it. Ivelisse and Thunder Rosa killed it tonight. I loved every second of it. Like I said, if you love women's wrestling, this was the matchup for you tonight. And like I said in my last podcast last week, AEW has all the talent. They have Shida, they have Rosa, they have Ivelisse and Diamante. We have Abaddon, Anna Jay. We got all these women. They got the talent. And you saw with the match quality tonight. The match quality with these women's matches have been nothing but spectacular lately. They just need to showcase them a little bit more. One women's matchup is not enough. You got the minimum I would take is 2 women's matches. 2. Okay? You got all the talent. You just need to showcase them a little bit more, AEW. But like I said, I love what Rosa Evilise did. They did a hell of a job. I love every single second of it. And after the matchup, I mean, Thunder Rosa won the matchup against Evilise in a brutal pile driver. So after the matchup, Diamante came in and attacked Thunder Rosa, and Evilise and Thunder Rosa was like ganging up on Evil. Oh my God, Evilise and Diamante ganged up. Sorry, I can't talk today. Ganged up on Thunder Rosa, and and then Hikaru Shida came in and attacked both Evilise and Diamante, saving Thunder Rosa. So there's respect between Shida and Rosa. So there is that. And like I said, if you love women's wrestling, this was the matchup for you tonight. Evilise and Thunder Rosa killed it. You're talking about two of the most talented and experienced women out there right now. And bro, you got to go out of your way to watch this matchup. I thought they did an amazing job. So after the matchup, we had another segment. Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts came out, and they were sending a statement, and all of a sudden, Taz, the the suplex submission machine. I think that was his nickname in ECW. Yeah. So Taz came out and he wanted to give Brian Cage and Ricky Starks services for next week for the 6-man tag team match. And that if Archer and his team won, and if Archer won the championship on October 14th against Jon Moxley, that Brian Cage would get the first shot at the AEW World Championship against Lance Archer. So Archer agrees, and so Archer's tag team partners for next week is Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. So Jon Moxley came out and looks like is about to talk, but an ambush happened by Team Taz, aka Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. And you can see Ricky Starks, like Jon Moxley is like in the crowd. He's like about to talk. But you see like in the background, like Ricky Starks like disguised as a fan. Like you can see like the match. Like it's Ricky Starks. And then all of a sudden they just like beat the living crap out of Jon Moxley. Like they for the first few minutes of that segment, they destroyed the hell out of Jon Moxley. Like, oh my God. But all of a sudden, the newest signee to AEW, Will Hobbs, which I'm not familiar with his work, but over the next couple of days, I'm going to check him out. Like, I'm sure there's some matches on YouTube and segments on YouTube with Will Hobbs. But he's from the looks of it, he kind of reminds me of like a Keith Lee. And I've seen a lot of positive stuff of Will Hobbs on Twitter and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna check him out. For the next couple of days, I'm gonna do my research on Will Hobbs. And yeah, but from what I saw, he looks like the real deal. Like he's stacked. He reminds me of Keith Lee. And Jon Moxley recruited him as one of his partners for next week. And Jon Moxley chose another partner for the 6-man tag team match for next week. And of course, it's your boy, Darby Allin. So there's that. And basically next week, Moxley said that his team is going to war. And personally, I'm extremely excited with this 6-man tag team matchup next week. And I know that these multi-man tag team matches have been having a lot of criticism, like for the last couple of months, but they really did a great job booking this. And I think that this is going to be a great 6-man tag team match next week. So speaking of that, so that match is announced for next week. Also announced for next week is Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa teaming up against Diamante and Ivelisse. And another matchup that is also announced for next week is Mr. Brody Lee, the former Luke Harper, leader of the Dark Order, is going to defend the TNT Championship against Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. So I think it's awesome that Orange Cassidy is getting an opportunity like this. I think that's really awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the main event. Santana and Ortiz versus Best Friends in a parking lot brawl. And boy, was it violent. Oh my God. And I love hardcore wrestling. Like, I love ECW. Like, and this kind of matchup was brutal tonight, bro. It wasn't like one of those, like, 5-minute parking lot brawls. Like, bro, they went all out, bro. Like, there was like all four of them were like busted open, like they were bleeding. They were bleeding really, really bad. Like, oh my God. Like, there, it was like at one point Santana and Ortiz power bomb Trent Beretta right onto the car window, and you can see his back was like busted open, bro. Like, even though like they went all out, and there was a little part of me that was like worried for their health, but I think I knew what they knew what they were doing. AEW knew what they were doing, and like this matchup gave me some AEW vibes. And I don't know about you, but I think this is one of the best parking lot brawls ever produced. Like, it was so well done. Like, it was an actual fight. Weapons were involved. Like, and they were like creative. They were extremely, extremely creative. They were brutal. They were creative. Like, I loved every sec. Like, there were even like small crowds to like cheer either Best Friends or Santana and Ortiz on, and like the atmosphere, the weapons, the creativity, the violence. I loved every second of it. It really reminded me of the old school ECW days. And as a fan of hardcore style wrestling, I loved every second of it. I thought that that this matchup, this main event, this parking lot brawl was very well produced. And this matchup ended with, I'm gonna give you like the final 5 minutes of the matchup. So Chucky T is on, like, he's hurt, like he's all banged up. At this point, all four men are like banged up, bleeding. They're all fatigued, and Santana had a pipe, and it looked like he was going to smash Chuck Taylor's head on the car bumper and stuff like that. But but then Orange Cassidy from out of nowhere came out of the trunk, had us from out of nowhere. So he was basically, I don't know what he was doing inside that truck. I don't know if he was like taking a nap, but it's Orange Cassidy. He's entertaining as hell. And he had like a steel chain on his fist. So he went Superman punch Santana right in the jaw with like what they are calling now the orange punch. And then after that, Chucky T did a power bomb onto Ortiz right onto the car like trunk. Well, not the trunk, but like the front part of the car. And Trent Beretta had actually no. Chucky T has Santana pile drive him in the front of the car. And Trent Beretta had Ortiz, and bro, this was brutal. This was a brutal spot. For a second, I was kind of worried about Ortiz. So the ending of this matchup, Trent Beretta had Ortiz, and Hangman Page used to do like the Deadeye, where he had both people's legs and just slams the person's head like right onto their neck, like slams the person's head like right onto the floor. Well, that's what Trent Beretta did to Ortiz, but it was through like a wooden pallet, through the wooden pallet, and Ortiz's head like slammed like the metal back of the truck. And bro, it was such a brutal spot. Like, for a second, I legit thought I was worried about Ortiz. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I thought Ortiz. After all that, I think Ortiz is okay. So yeah, they went all out. Best friends won the matchup, and um Trent's mom actually picked them up. You can see they're all banged up, and before the show ended, um Trent's mom did this to Santana and Ortiz. Just gave them the middle finger before they left. And bro, Trent's mom is so savage. It's oh my god, she is so savage. Oh my god. So yeah, I thought this parking lot brawl was very pro produced. I will go out of my way saying that this is one of the best parking lot brawls in professional wrestling history. I thought this matchup was extremely well produced. The creativity was there, the environment was alive, the weapons were there, it was brutal. And they did there wasn't like any crutches. Like they went all out. And I appreciate AEW and all four men for going all out. So yeah, it really gave me some ECW vibes, and I just love the matchup. Like it was extremely solid, and like I said, I will go out of my way saying that this is one of the best parking lot brawls in professional wrestling history. I will go out of my way saying that this parking lot brawl is like up there with like Eddie Guerrero versus John Cena. Remember that parking lot brawl match, bro? That was one hell of a match. But yeah, a solid main event, a brutal main event for an extremely solid show. And like I said, like when it came to the match quality tonight, this show has an A plus. A plus. Every matchup like delivered. There was rarely any botches tonight. I don't think there's like any botches at all in any matchup. Like all the matches from the opening match to the main event was extremely solid. I'll go out of my way saying that this was one of the most well produced AEW Dynamite episodes in the last couple of months. Every matchup was solid. Every segment was amazing. There was like one or two things that I didn't like, but overall, this was an amazing show. This was a great show, and I cannot wait till next week. And also, they announced that next week, next Tuesday, they have like a 1 hour special. So I don't know why they're doing this, but extra wrestling for you. And the matches that were announced for next week is, I believe, Anna Jay versus Brandy Rose. And the main event is Matt Sydal, which is the first time we see him since All Out, versus Sean Spears. And we haven't seen Sean Spears in a while, actually. So I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup between Matt Sydal and Sean Spears. So yeah, I thought AEW was a solid show tonight. And I will go out of my way that so far, this is like when it comes to match quality, AEW is the best show so far this week. But we still got SmackDown, and I still need to watch NXT. And I'll tell you next week if who who had the better match quality between Raw, AEW, NXT, and SmackDown. But so far, when it came to match quality tonight, A plus for AEW. This was a great show from top to bottom. Like I said, there was like one or two things that I didn't like, but other than that, solid show, great show. AEW's killing it. I love every second of it, and I am extremely excited for the next couple episodes. I'm excited for the future of AEW. So if you I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Did you guys like the show? Did you agree with me and thought that tonight was a great show, a solid show? Or if you disagree and if you didn't like the show, tell me why. And don't be afraid to speak out your opinions, okay? On my channel, everyone's safe. If you guys have an opinion, speak it out. And people in the comment section, don't be jerks if someone has a different opinion than you. Okay? Everyone has a right to an opinion. Okay? And everybody should have the confidence to say their opinion. So be nice in the comment section. Say your opinions. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. That's fine. So yes, if you guys like the show, tell me why. If you guys didn't like the show, tell me why, and what parts did you not like. So, and like I said, be nice in the comment section. Okay? Don't be jerks. This is an asshole-free zone on my channel. No assholes allowed. Okay? Hashtag no assholes allowed. Okay? Everyone has a right to an opinion on my channel. Okay? So, everyone be nice in the comment section. So, other than that, if you guys like this podcast, leave a like, leave a comment, like I said, and be nice in the comment section. And if you guys like what you see here, just subscribe and press the notification bell so that way you don't miss any of my live streams, any of my podcasts. I do AEW podcasts. I'll do a WWE podcast here or there, and I may do other podcasts of other things like pop culture stuff, Marvel stuff, Disney stuff, all that stuff. Okay, so like I said, if you guys like this live stream, leave a like, leave a comment. If you guys really like my stuff, subscribe for more, leave a notification bell. Tell me in the comment section if you guys like the show tonight, if you like AEW show tonight. Like, oh my god, now I'm just repeating myself. I'm sorry, I'm just extremely tired. It's just an extremely long day. So I hope you guys like this podcast, and thank you so much for watching, and be nice to each other and stay safe out there. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a nice night. This is Gabriel Borges signing out. Have a nice night, guys.